Maybe Professor Ferrer or Sec Gingdeles, maybe you can help us with this. How do we make it better?
Sir, there's no substitute for coordination on this matter.
But they had coordinated. They started coordinating at 6.
Yes, sir.
Never mind the
They had to
coordination.
they had to meet and
beforehand.
discuss the strategy, and they did that at 11 o'clock at the house of Zacaria Goma, 105th Commander, together with the commander of the 118, which was who is Wahid Tundok. They had to agree on a strategy. They met in a different different municipality, which is not Mamasapano. It was in a different municipality, and then they went back to undertake their own respective
Aren't
assignments.
those, you say they have to agree on a strategy. Aren't those set in place already? Those we keep been referring to them as mechanisms.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Your Honor. But they had to agree as who will do what. For instance, who will go to the MILF side to tell them at the same time that the message is being transmitted to the SAF side. Because it cannot happen that one will stop fighting and the other will still continue fighting, and everybody will think that there's no ceasefire again. Therefore, it had to be coordinated well on both sides. And in this case, the only way to communicate it to the fighters of the MILF was to go there physically, to call on them, because the text messages were not working. The cell phone communication was not very
But
good.
General Galvez already at 10:34 sent the text to Ladyasan saying we already gave advice to the PNP to cease fire. They had
Yes,
already
sir. That
done
is advice. You have to implement it on the ground. And Ladyasan could not enter the place until about 1:30 when they attempted. But when the shooting still continued, they had to withdraw because this team, Your Honor, were not armed. They came there without arms. They entered the area and they tried to separate the forces.
So we have not established some kind of communication, a hotline even, that we can always communicate with the commanders that there is this crisis that has to be resolved.
If there was a clear line of command at that time, sir, then maybe the communication would have been established on both sides. But at that time, the lines of command were not very clear on the side of the MILF, because this was not a planned operation on their part. This was spontaneous action on the part of the people there who were confronted with that kind of situation. There was no communication between their commander and the people on the ground, which meant that the commander had to actually go there to tell them to stop firing.
The commander did not have coordination with the people who were actually doing the fighting.
No, sir, because they did not know that there was going to be a fight.
So, but once the fight had started, hindi niya
Yes, sir. They had to go there. They had
hindi
to
na niya makausap yung tao.
Hindi na po, kasi pati yung communication line, maybe if you go to the area, you will find that the signal is not very good in that area.